Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about my experience with doing a no-spend month. If you're new here, every few months I like to challenge myself with different money-saving experiments to see how much I can save and gain better control over my finances. This time around, I decided to go all out and attempt a full no-spend month. Basically, I could only spend money on absolute essentials like rent, utilities, and groceries. No dining out, no shopping for fun, no random Amazon purchases. It was tough, but I made it through. Want to know how much I ended up saving? And get all the details on what worked and what didn't? Keep watching. The rules. Before we get into the numbers, let me go over the rules I set for myself for this no-spend challenge. 1. Only spend on needs, not wants. Things like rent, insurance bills, basic groceries and household supplies were allowed. But anything considered a want, like clothes, entertainment, dining out was off limits. 2. Use up existing food supplies first. I didn't allow myself to go grocery shopping until I had used up everything currently in my pantry, fridge and freezer. 3. No shopping for fun. This one was hard. I prohibited any recreational shopping for the month, whether online or in store. 4. Find free entertainment. I committed to only doing free activities for fun like hiking, exploring my city, watching movies at home, etc. 5. Log all spending. To stay accountable, I logged every single purchase I made for the month using a spending tracker app. I gave myself a small allowance for any absolute necessities that came up, like having to put gas in my car to get to work. But other than that, the no-spend rules were strict. I was determined to put as much cash as possible into savings this month. The challenges. Not going to lie, the first week of no spending was tough. It's amazing how much little daily purchases can add up when you actually stop making them. I really missed little luxuries like picking up a coffee in the morning or grabbing lunch from the cafe downstairs from my office. The hardest part by far was the social aspect. When friends would ask me to join them for drinks after work or want to go see a movie, I had to awkwardly turn them down and explain I couldn't spend any money. A couple of times I caved and joined them, but then just didn't order anything for myself. I also really missed my beloved hobby of thrift shopping. Not being able to browse the racks at my favorite thrift stores for an entire month was pretty painful. But I stayed strong. Another major challenge was meal planning and cooking way more than usual since I couldn't get takeout. I definitely got sick of my own cooking by the end of the month. Thankfully, I stocked up big time on pantry staples and frozen foods at the beginning, so I always had something to whip up without having to buy fresh ingredients too often. The last big obstacle was just fighting the boredom and the temptation to spend. By week 3, I was so sick of dancing around spending on literally anything. I kept having to remind myself of my goal to save as much as possible this month. The payoff. In the end, doing this no-spend month challenge was crazy difficult, but also crazy rewarding. Want to know how much I ended up saving over the 30 days? Drumroll. A total of $842. I honestly could not believe it when I added it all up. $842 of money that would have otherwise been frittered away on random wants and luxuries. Just by cutting out dining out, shopping for fun, entertainment costs like movies and events, and all those little daily purchases. Breaking it down, some of the biggest savings categories were: dining out, $212. This was huge for me. Entertainment, $158, movies, concerts, etc. Shopping, $305, clothes, home goods, you name it. Coffee, snacks, $94. And then of course not having any irregular costs like an impulse road trip or event tickets or anything like that. Just seeing that $842 number motivates me so much to get better about cutting my spending on wants more often. If I could save that much in just 30 days, imagine what a few months of no spending could do. I'll admit, putting that $842 directly into my savings account afterwards felt incredible. All the temptation, boredom, and challenges were worth it to make that huge dent in my savings goals. At the end of the day, Doing this no-spend experiment was one of the most eye-opening money challenges I've ever done. While difficult, it really proved how much tiny daily expenditures can leak money out of your budget. If you've been wanting to save more but aren't sure where to start, I highly recommend trying a no-spend challenge yourself, even if it's just for a week or 2 weeks at first. It's incredible the amount of money you can free up to put towards your goals. Let me know if you give it a try. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.